Hello, hello, hello. It's Coach Liv here with Relentless Glory. My light just went off on my screen. Okay. That's okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm like trying to get this all set up proper. There's Coach Jamie. She's joining. She's coming in. This is awesome. We're talking about community with you. She'll be in here shortly. Let me fix this. My light. I wanted There's Coach Jamie.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, all day. Almost every day.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to change the color of this because it pulled out as soon as do I blue light? Am I doing blue light? Am I doing yellow? Okay. Sorry, people. Sorry. So we're so happy to be doing this topic about community. I feel like community is one of those things that we take for granted when we have it, but when we don't have it, we feel like something's missing, and we can't quite put a finger on what that is. We just know that we are not as full as we think we should be. You know, there's just that piece missing, and oftentimes we try to fill it up with other things, maybe substances, maybe purchasing items, might be gambling, it might be whatever your vice might be. But today we're getting on here to actually talk about, okay, you know, you want to make a change in your life, your community needs to reflect that. And so that's exactly what we're going to be helping you figure out how to do.
Yes. So I know we've done a couple of conversations already, but just to briefly reiterate, what we talked a lot about last time is community versus connection, where like you picture being at a community pool and yeah, there's a whole bunch of other people there who also like to swim or lay out by a pool, but just because you all have the pool in common doesn't mean that those are your people, right? So finding connection within your community, and even that's why Adam created Eve, was because he got bored and he was alone, and man needed people, right? Like we were meant to be connected, and community is essential and takes one to know one, being a social butterfly. And for a long time, it took a lot before I was ready to truly allow connection in. Whether it's because of moments of my life that I felt like I didn't have things in common with them, I didn't feel like I could trust them, I didn't feel like I fully knew who I was, or even just in general, like of always having this feeling that you were just different like than them. I know there's many of times I have felt that way. So I myself like kept myself from truly having community. And so as we talk about today, like I want to go a little bit more like practical with you guys. And I think for anybody who's watching this back, which by the way, drop in, say hello if you're watching, and if there's any nuggets that you have to say, please interact with us. That's why we do this. Coach Liv and I talk all day, every day through Marco Polo, so we can do that without being on a live. We want you to be part of the conversation with us. But for anybody who knows me, I am freaking obsessed with reflection. Like I am constantly always like thinking, what can I take away from this situation? What can I learn? What can I do better? Like, what was this supposed to teach me? All of those things. And so I think as we're still in the month of January, kicking off this new year, I think one place to start, hello, thanks for joining. Drop below, say hello. Perfect timing for joining. But I think it's important to like take a look at like where you are currently. Okay, so I am Jamie, and it is January 24th, 2023. What are some words and ways that I would like describe my characteristic and things about myself right now in this moment? Okay, I think that's first and foremost, right? The world tells us who we are. We don't actually just stop and make the time to figure out who we are, right? Right here in this moment, whether we like it or not, actually dropping who am I? Like, let me just sit with that for a second. But then I think the second important step to do is to look back at who you used to be and how far you've come, right? Because I look back at my past where I definitely Like, I was going to a Catholic church on Sunday because that's what I was told to do, was attend a Catholic church on Sunday, but I would go at 7:30 in the morning. What's up, Trey? Oh, we have the founder of the Hope Project, Mr. Spiritual Fitness himself, joining. Oh, this is cool. We were just at the Faith and Fitness event on Saturday where we were talking community as well. But the Hope Project, plug in. If you don't know them, now you know. Hope and ATX. So yeah, anyways, where I was going with that is that I was attending a church and I didn't have community. Like, there was like maybe 4 or 5 like 80-year-olds that attended mass the same time I did. And then I like literally went to church, got a message, didn't talk about it with anybody, went home, went back and did my thing, had friends that I would go out and party with that were definitely not very Christ-like of people. And I made a lot of poor decisions, right? And so looking back on like who I was then, certain things of my lifestyle, maybe even the way that I thought of myself at that point, the insecurities, and then of course there was good things too, like high energy, whatever, but being real with myself and who I was at that point, and then looking at the progression to who I am now, right? And I think that that's where we can kind of connect some dots to see if in the past, what habits got us to be who we are today, which now leads me to step 3, right? We're acknowledging who we are in this moment. We reflected back on who we used to be before, but now let's take a look at the future and who is it that we want to become. My church just did a freaking bomb sermon on Sunday, and they're like, what you believe is what you become. So if I believe I'm unworthy, if I believe I'm never going to hit that goal, if I believe that I'm never going to find my people, I'm probably not going to be taking the action steps, or if I do, it's going to take me a really long time because I'm avoiding like actually taking full effort into trying to becoming that person. So, and I've also realized is that like sometimes the people who are in your community now may not be the people who are going to be in your community later, but in this season, they can still serve you. So when finding your community, and Coach Liv and I were just talking about this, like, even if you don't have everything in common, right? Like, if you have somebody else who is like on fire for the Lord, get your butt around them, because guess what? I guarantee that's going to be a constant conversation, is being on fire for the Lord. If you're somebody who wants to get more active in the gym and live a healthier lifestyle, I bet you're going to make it a lot further hanging with people who prioritize getting in the gym than those who are like, maybe tomorrow because I'm just going to scroll through McDonald's and I'm going to like scroll the gram while I eat it, right? Like, you have to be around those type of people that you want to become. So I think that's why it's important, yet again, I want to emphasize that, is look at who you are now and what all that you've overcome. What did you like about that journey? What didn't you? And now taking a look at who do you want to be in the future? If I want to be somebody that is like a big thing that's on my heart lately, I want to be more of a giver, like a selfless giver, because a lot of my Catholic baggage is like hold on and restrict. But when I get around people where it's like randomly they're just like giving and offering, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, it'll all work out. I'm like, ooh, well, wait a minute. That's a little scary, but I want to do it too. So I think the other part is community is, one, you do have to find a place that's like safe feeling to you, but also like get up out of your comfort zone and allow yourself to break through what isn't serving you now to get you to serve in the way that you want to in the future version of you, right? If you want to have money in your account for retirement, you got to start investing now. It's not just all of a sudden going to appear when you're 65 and ready to retire. So same now, if you want to become a certain person, you got to start investing in yourself now by doing those things now. Sorry, I came in hot. I was ready.
Here for it. I'm here for it. I love it. I just want to add on to that because, you know, we both have lived in different locations, you know, we're not from where we currently live now. And one of the things I did when I started building a community was I thought about, okay, what is it that I like to do? All right, because I needed people that fit into my life. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I got on Bumble BFF, and because yes, I'm married, but like I needed girlfriends. My husband was deploying. I'm just like I need a community. I got super into like this concept, right? This is a couple of years ago. I'm so thankful I did this. I'm gonna just put that disclaimer out there. But I thought, okay, I want positive people in my life. So when you're thinking about this, don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want. So focus on positive and uplifting people. Don't say that I don't want drama. Because listen, I'm going to tell you, I don't do drama. I don't want drama. But as soon as you say that, that's what you get. That's exactly what you get. I wanted people that would be active with me and go on trail runs and hikes and walks and all that other stuff. So that's exactly what I put that I do in there. You know, I wanted people that would go to the gym with me, go to not workout, sorry, I'm on this workout kick. But I wanted people that would go to church with me and like do brunch afterwards, you know, because I like the food, you know. So that option to letting people know I am a Christian, you know, just straight up. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's nothing wrong with having friends that are not Christians, that are of different faiths or of no faith at all. But for the place that I was at in my life at that point in time, I didn't need no more of that. I needed someone that could connect with me on that, because I just be dripping Jesus on everybody in every conversation. I can't just be around somebody that completely thinks otherwise. You know, like I can't. So, and it's not like I can't ever have a conversation with people. No, I'm talking about your friends, the people that are in your corner. I realized that myself personally, because I deal with a problem of pride. And I don't know if anybody else is like me out there that deals with pride, but because I deal with pride, I need people that I can humble myself among all that, let the pride go and just share honestly with. So really, in your reflection, also go through and think about, what is it that I need deep down when I'm at my lowest? Because it's all fine when everything's good, but we're not here. Like, Relentless Glory is not here to talk about the surface level conversations. You know, this past weekend I was going through, like, I was just thinking and I was having a hard time, and I'm like, I don't need my ears tickled. I need to hear something real. And I went and I started scrolling through some of our stuff, because I was like, at least there's that. At least I know I'm not about to tickle my ear here. Yeah, like we'll have some of the like trending sounds and stuff like that, but no, we're gonna speak the truth, you know. So knowing what you need is extremely important when you're building your community, and knowing what you don't need too. If you're trying to step away from something in your life that isn't serving you, don't bring that back in.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that the biggest takeaway there too, which is like a side note that has really nothing to do with community, it's everything to do with self and being able to think for yourself. I always say this, like, for a morning routine, you better be going to the Word before you go to the world. Or if you're not walking that faith walk yet, that's okay too. But I just want you to think about that. Like, if that's the first thing you do is you open up your social media and you're seeing the highlight reels and the comparison and the hustle or what's going wrong in this world, like everything of that, like, it's going to be really hard, because that is going to influence you. And so, you know, I think being able to take control of your own thoughts is huge. And that's kind of another thing that was really cool that was brought up in the sermon this Sunday was your belief system. Like, who are you to think that you don't deserve to hang out with those people? Or why is your pride, like, who are you to believe that those aren't your people? I am blessed within my coaching business to be able to work with people all around the world. And I have a couple of clients that are out of India, and they're like, with, you know, just looking different and with having a different accent and just different things that they do for their lifestyle and even belief systems. They're like, I don't feel like I really fit in anywhere, and that leads to a lot of loneliness. And I'm just like, it's one of my favorite questions too, that you know, a lot of people, that I feel like it's a wisdom thing that comes with the faith journey. But who told you that? Like, who told you being different is a bad thing? Who told you that they don't like you? Who told you that you're not good enough to be like that? Who told you can't, right? And so, you know, I just think you have to give yourself a fair shot, because, you know, if we want to judge other people, realistically, it's probably a reflection of what we think about ourselves. Like, so again, pride coming in, like, oh, well, these self-righteous Christians, right? Like, I don't know where I'm at in my walk with God, but it's like that even in itself can be an intimidating thing to try to get involved. But it's like, who told you that they're going to judge you? Like, yes, you had past experiences, but these are different people. Like, I think that you owe it to yourself and also to these people around you to at least attempt a connection, right? Like, what's the harm that's going to do it? Because if already right now you're sitting here feeling alone, that's obviously not working. So give it a try. You have nothing to lose at this point. And, you know, one other thing on this, just because it keeps coming to my brain, another really powerful thing that was said this weekend, it was on belief systems. And they said many people don't want to settle for being average, but also many of people don't believe it's possible for them to be great. And I'm like, oh, like nobody wants to settle for being average. Like we have this burning desire to want to do more, but at the end of it all, it's almost like we don't fully believe that we're capable or that we deserve that. And that's just a lie, right? So when you can get around other people, like I don't know if Trey is still on, but I'm a volunteer for his nonprofit, and I'm on the seminar team, and the joke is that I'm the chief hype officer. But realistically, like that's what this beautiful team does for me as well. Like whenever like I'm having a bad moment, like they are there to like pick me up, like with encouragement, with just some form of wisdom, or to be able to ask more questions and sit in silence and listen. Like that's what's cool about community and connection. And although there may be times where I'm like, dude, they're not going to want me on this team anymore. I'm a hot freaking mess. Like, I feel like I'm just bringing more problems than I am value to this situation. And then they're like, who told you that? Because no, we love you and we wouldn't be pouring into you right now if we thought that was the case, right? So, yeah, I don't know. We went a little off topic there. But, yeah, I think that just to sum it all up, I think give yourself the opportunity to sit with where you are. Like, I like to call them self-audits. Sit with yourself in this moment and like actually let yourself check like what are some pros about who I am now, what are some cons, but now who did I used to be and what were the pros about that and what were the cons, and how did like what habits got me to become who I am now, and are these habits still serving me to get me to where I want to go? The people who I'm surrounding myself with, are they going to help make a positive influence in helping me achieve becoming that person that I want to be in the future? So I think connection and community, and Nathan just jumped on. You want to talk about another person who knows a thing or two about connection? We're going to have to bring him on. He actually is the loneliness coach. So he is the king of talking on this topic. So we're going to have to definitely bring him on one of these times to talk about just community and how to give yourself a fair shot to genuinely reach out to people to let them know that you're feeling alone and you need somebody. So yeah, that's what I got for today. You got anything else, Liv?
Just to piggyback off of the self-audit that people should do. And this is just a general statement because I think a lot of people, they don't take the time to actually write down their goals. They don't take the time to actually think about who they want to be, to even plan that type of stuff out, you know? So if you're watching this, I challenge you to take hold of your future. If you haven't in the past, that's okay. That's okay. You can do it now. You can absolutely do it now. And because why not? What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain by starting to really design the life in the image that God has for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm so happy with this. Thank you so much for those of you that checked in, those of you checking in on the replay. We appreciate you so much, and let us know if we can ever help you out in any way.
Perfect. Do you want to pray us out this time? I think I did the last one.
All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for bringing us here today to help those that didn't even know that they needed this message, but you're here to just deliver it. Thank you for bringing us together, and thank you for matching us with the individuals through the interwebs. May this year bring them peace. May it be filled in your image for them to accomplish their goals, their desires, and truly have real connection and the peace that you provide that is unmatched in this world. With all that being said, amen.
Amen. We love you guys.
Adios.